is nobody like you. You are Jehovah. In the air now, let me hear you say, oh yeah, oh yeah. Put your hands in the air now, wave it like you just don't care now. Nobody. Put your hands in the air now, put your hands in the air now. Ordinary tongue cannot express the extent of your mind. Heaven on earth suspend by the power of your hand. The morning, noon, and night are positioned by your power. Onye Keruwa.
You like wasting your money. There's a place you can waste it well. I said, what's that? That they have leper children that are schooling them. That most of them are not
children from Aguirre.
That they not pay their school fees. That they don't drive them. That they won't write the exam. I said, how much? He said as low as 200, but they have not paid. Come and pay now since you have a place to spend your money. I was like, let me go to the school. I went to the school. I saw
His breath out at the sea. In his presence, the mountains keep. And the little hill we live. Onye Keruwa.
Good morning. It's another wonderful edition of You and MDgs, You and Development. It's about you, it's about me, it's about what we can do to make our world a better place. And that's what we do on this program. It's about education, information, and entertainment. But for some weeks now, I know, like past 3 weeks, we had to bring in this core member because I know by now she's already a goal, and she was able to develop a lot of projects, a lot of concepts during her service here, and she was able to do that to add value to our communities and make our world a better place, make Ondo State a better place, make our own immediate school community to be better and brighter. And that's what you can do, that's what I can do. I have to do, because wherever I find myself, I have to just do something to ensure that things work out in a better place. So you are welcome on another wonderful edition of You and the MDGs, You and Development. My name is Ireti Adesida. And for like some weeks now, we'll be looking at the MDGs. 2015, we are approaching 2015. Let's even try to review the goals. Let's look at the goals and what do you need to know? Because a lot of us who are watching this program might not even know much about the MDGs. So that's why we need to learn. But for those who know, let's see how we can refresh our memory. And that's why I'm bringing a development worker. I call him a development partner when it comes to the MDGs. Mr. Ojo Akinwale, welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah. I know that 2015 is approaching and a lot has to be done. Sincerely, when we look at Africa, we look at Nigeria, well, in terms of maternal health, I know we're trying, looking at Ondo State, but a lot has to be done. And how do you see the MDGs? Do you see us achieving the goals when it comes to when we get to 2015? Do you see us achieving anything?
To me, I always have this belief that nothing is impossible. We can do it, but before we can do that, it depends on all our activities. A single person can do it, even 2 people can do it. An individual must play his or her own role to make sure that we achieve the MDGs goals by 2015. Because even after we achieve the 2015 goals, we are now looking at sustaining those things we've done for that period of the year 2000 to the year 2015. But to me, I feel it's possible. We are moving and we continue to move. And let's keep moving.
Yeah, well, I have hope that we'll be able to meet up, but I know with what we have on ground, that might be a little challenge. But one thing about that and one thing about development is that we always set targets. We might not be able to meet up to what we're expecting, but we've done something. We don't just relax in development work. It's okay, well, since we're not able to meet, let me just go and sleep. We keep on working and we keep on working. And that's why we are applying towards the post-2015 agenda. Looking at goal 1, that's eradicating extreme poverty and hunger. I know looking at the illustrative goal for this 2015, we have also end poverty, because poverty is a major thing. Why is poverty? Why is it? Because looking at it, because I've gone through the goals, the post-2015 illustrative goals. What came first last? That's the post. That's pre-2015. Is still the issue of poverty. Now post-2015 is talking about poverty. Why is poverty really coming up again?
Well, it just shows that what was decided in the year 2000 was very right, because even before the illustrative goals of the 2015 was developed, they had to sample opinions of at least about 500,000 people in the world through surveys. Now this has been done. So the issue of poverty is very prominent in the world, because if you look around us, look at everywhere, you can see that poverty is a very important issue. And because you see so many people are unemployed, and to me, boy, it's not even about the unemployment and stuff. I don't think poverty is a thing of the mind. And so now when we are talking about poverty, we need to change our values, we need to change their thinking, we need to change our lifestyles. Even with little resources we have around around us, yes, we can work towards at least improving our own life in as much as possible, and then even in our little way we can even impact in our community. So looking at the issue of poverty, poverty is a very important issue, because it should be eradicated, not even reduced now. Let's eradicate poverty, let everybody at least live up to standard. We are human beings, we deserve a better life. Nobody should at least be suffering.
But I know when we look at the MDGs and when we look at the MDGs interwoven, because the 8 goals that we have, that's the 2000, they are interwoven. And it looks as if what we have is that poverty is very, very important and vital. What role do you think poverty plays in terms of achieving the other MDGs?
Well, to me, you already said it's interwoven. Now, when you look at poverty, when the issue of poverty is tackled or is taken care of, now you cannot look at good education. Now, if there's poverty, definitely there can be good education. If there's poverty, somebody who is in poverty cannot have access to good health. Now, when you are in poverty, you don't have access to even a good environment. So everything under the MDG still moves around the issue of poverty, because when we combat this issue of poverty, then now we can now see that all other issues have been, all other challenges relating to human lives have been combated. Because that's why the issue of poverty is very important. Now, when people are living well and people are living healthy, we cannot talk about good education, good access to health, education for young girls, women empowerment, even the environment and everything, even relationship between human beings. Now, when people are poor, you know that they are going to be good relationship.
Like, low morale.
Yes, there will be low morale and poor and everything like that. So everything still revolves around the issue of poverty. When the issue of poverty, the challenge of poverty is tackled, then we cannot look at, yes, there will be good life. It's like I can see the two is in a parallel line. When this one it's up, then the others follows rapidly.
Okay, because I think the way things are now, that even when it comes to look at it the other way around, even when you are educated, you also going to eradicate poverty. You have a good health system.
Yes.
The money you are spending on drugs will reduce. So there's that interrelationship.
When the environment is clean, definitely even it reflects on your that's you live a healthy life, and that translates into a desire to survive as an individual.
But the question now is this: why do we still have poverty? Is it something that is it like a stubborn skin that cannot be removed? Because it occurs everywhere. Even when you meet people, when they say, "Oh, there's no money, it's poor," is this another? What is it? Is it something that cannot be removed? Is it like a stamp or what?
But to me, when we were created, we were not going to be poor. Even when God created the world was, when you look at the description of the world in the Bible, it was like a rich world. So we were not meant to live in poverty. So I don't see poverty as a stamp. I feel it's our own behavior. I feel it's our own actions and our own activities that is the cause of this poverty. That's why I always say, when we look at ourselves, we check ourselves. Now do your own impact to develop your own society. I contribute my own to develop my own society. I change my values. I do things right the way they are meant to be done. I'm sure this issue of poverty will be greatly reduced. So it's about our own activities and our own behavior. And when we can change that, evidently we can eradicate this issue of poverty.
So I think what you're looking at is that because under we have also the needs of women under that, we have value orientation. So now, what place do you think value orientation has to play?
Yes, now when we start talking about value orientation is for everybody, even right from our leaders to the government, to the individuals, and even to the smallest children, because the way we are developed also matters. Now when we are looking at value orientation, like we are doing things the right way, the way things are meant to be done. Now when you are in school totally, you keep to time, you face your academics, that's for students. Now as an adult too, you play your own role. It starts with your immediate family too. You play your own role in your family, you take care of your children, you fend for them, you don't have to be lazy. At least do your own little way, and the little income that comes around you, with little resources around you, definitely you make up your own estimates. And then with our leaders too, value orientation also comes in. Now when they are in place of power, they go into developmental work, not that they just start investment money or just everybody now looks into filling their pockets. Now when you use those resources we have, those funds we have into developing the society, then the thing is going to spread throughout the whole of humanity, and then yes, it will go around and then everybody lives a better life. So value orientation has a very important place. You have to do things the way they are to be done.
I think in summary, what we just have to do, we have to live in a society whereby we have some for all, not all for just some, so that it does grow. I think we still really need to know more on this, because when it comes to poverty, the practical aspect is very, very important. I know that will take us into weeks and weeks and weeks. Well, it's, to me, I think we need to really learn more about this.
Put your hands in the air now. Let me hear you say, oh yeah, oh yeah. Put your hands in the air now. Wave it like you just don't care now.